Hi guys, it's Pastor Patricia. I'm in the chicken yard. And this is Esther. Esther, say hi to the kids. Listen, I brought some vegetables and fruit out here for the girls, for the chickens. Sometimes I have extra squash. Do you want some? You're not looking like you really want it today. I bring out squash from my garden, and sometimes I bring out apples and that are left over, and I let the girls have them. Mostly, if I left them on their own, I'll let you go, Esther, go ahead. There you go. If I left them on their own here in the chicken yard, it's so dry here this summer in Oregon. I think the bugs that they love to eat, I think they must go really, really deep in there, and it would be really hard for them to survive on bugs during such a hot spell here in Oregon. So I'm glad I'm able to bring them squash and from my garden and apples and things like that, and they really seem to like it. Esther's loving it right now. She's eating away here. Oh, I think the other girls might be coming too now that they hear that Esther's having a good time. Let's see if I can catch them on film. Come on over here, girls. You want some of the squash? Come on. They're nervous. What do you know? So, why am I talking about feeding the chickens? So the Bible story for today from Exodus is about a time when the people of Israel, the Jews, were finally released from slavery in Egypt. It was awful. They were in slavery there in Egypt for hundreds of years. Awful. They didn't have any right to their own decisions. They were worked so hard that they died while working. It was really, really scary. And Moses came, and God helped Moses to set them free so that they were making their way across the desert now from Egypt back to Israel, their promised land. Anyway, what happens in the story that I want to talk about today is, so they get out there in the desert and they run out of things to eat. My gosh, it's desert. It's even drier than here in Oregon today. And so they're starving, and they're like, gee, I wish we were still in Egypt where there were all those onions and everything. And what happens is Moses talks to God, and God says, well, I'll feed them. I'll feed them every evening and every morning. What he does is he sends them quails in the evening. Quails are a kind of bird to eat, kind of like chickens. Don't tell the girls we're talking about that. And would send them manna in the morning, which is bread that laid on the surface of the desert there, and they could gather it every morning and be fed. So, why am I bringing this up? Have you noticed that God is not dropping Oreos from heaven? Or hamburgers either. Things to sustain us. God doesn't take care of us that way. But one thing I'd like to mention to you today is I think one way that God takes care of us is God gives us each other. And so if we have enough to eat, we should share what we have with others, kind of like I'm sharing with the girls here. My extra squash. I think God gave us each other and gave us community, like the community at Holy Cross, so that we can learn how to share and spread the bounty of what God has given us to others. So that's why the girls got squash today. Don't peck me, Naomi. I love you, but don't be pecking me. Good grief. So, what do you think about that? Oh, now Nico and Sassy are barking. It's a wonderful day out here in my backyard. So anyway, what I want you to think about is when God gives us abundance, food, a place to stay that's safe and warm, good conversation and family, when God gives us that, I think God wants us to share it. Kind of like the manna and the quails were shared with the people of Israel. Okay, that's all I have to say today. I think I should mention, though, that this is my last one of these children's sermons as pastor at Holy Cross, because I'm moving on to see what God has for me next. And I'm not sure what is next for Holy Cross either, but I know it'll be wonderful because God is taking care of us all and teaching us to share. All right, let me see if I can get the chickens on camera just one more time. Girls, can I get you on camera? What do you think? There they are. There's the girls. There's Naomi, Esther, and Miriam, and Sassy's over there in the back. Anyway, all right, coming back to me. Thanks for letting me talk to you today. Have a great one. Bye-bye.